Bonjour tout le monde and welcome back to French with Harry. In today's video, we are going to talk about the three remaining accents in French. Let's look at the first one. The first one is accent circonflexe, or in English we say circumflex. The symbol for this accent is the caret sign, and it looks like this. It is used with five vowels: A, E, I, O, and U. Or in French we say A, E, I, O, U. After using the accent, they look like this. To understand the changes they make in pronunciation, let's take some examples. First of all, when we have the accent circonflexe on E, the pronunciation is A, which is same as accent grave. For example, une fête, which means a party. Notice the E sound is pronounced as A, une fête. Next is une forêt, which means a forest. Another one is une fenêtre, which means a window. This is also seen in many verbs. One of the most common examples is the verb être, which means to be. And this is the first verb that we learned during our French learning. Another one is arrêter, which means to stop. And also rêver, which means to dream. When the circumflex accent is used on the letter A, the sound is the same, but it's a bit stretched. The example is un gâteau, which means a cake. Une tâche, which means a task. Pronunciation is the same, it's just that the A sound is a bit stretched. Example of a verb is blâmer, which means to blame. Examples with the letter I are une île, which means an island. Next is le dîner, which means the dinner. The one is naître, which means to be born. Naître. The accent circonflexe, it is also used with O and U, but it's not very often. Now some examples with the letters O and U. The first one is un hôtel. Because of the presence of the mute H, the N gets connected with the O. That is, the liaison takes place. Therefore, the pronunciation is un hôtel. Another very similar example is un hôpital, which means a hospital. Next is sur, which means sure. Last one is coûter. It is a verb and it means to cost. Coûter. The fourth one is la cédille, and it is only used under the letter C. It looks like this. We can also say the hook symbol under the letter C. It causes a change in the pronunciation. The hard K sound becomes a soft S sound. Another thing, it is only used when C is combined with letters A, O, or U. The pronunciation of CA is Ka, but when we use the cédille under the letter C, the pronunciation becomes Sa. The K sound becomes an S sound. Similarly, ko becomes so, and siu becomes siu. Let's see some examples to understand them better. The first is a very common one, and it is pronounced as ça va. It means how's it going. If we remove the cédille, it becomes ka va, which has no meaning. Therefore, the right pronunciation is ça va. In a conversation, you would say it with intonation. Ça va. Another one is le français. The AN is pronounced as on, so it becomes franc. And then with the use of cédille, it becomes c'est. The S at the end is silent. Le français. Next is un garçon. Again, there's the S sound. Un garçon. A boy. The last one is un aperçu, which means an overview of something. The pronunciation is siu, un aperçu. The fifth and the final one is accent tréma. It is used on three letters E, I, and U, and they look like this. So the symbol is those two little dots on these three letters. That's accent tréma. It is used when two vowels are just next to each other and are pronounced separately. Let's see some examples. Maïs, which means sweet corn. In the word mice, the two vowels A and I are just next to each other. Therefore, to keep their sound separate, we use tréma. If we remove accent tréma, it will become me, which means but. Another very famous one is Noel, which means Christmas. That's it for today. See you in the next video. À la prochaine.